Shalom. Giving all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and brothers on a great millstone. Salutations at all feet. Like this is your brother Rai Banyamya here to share another lesson. And all the ingredients is being put in place, man, for all hell to break loose. You know what I'm saying? So as you see the article, Natural News, published a few days ago on the 12th of December, says Latin America gangs use security jammers to break into U.S. homes. So those of you that had that, false sense of security, you got your Ring cameras, your security monitors. If that failed, you could always call 911. All these things are getting ready to break down, and it would not be an option in the days to come. This is why we need to be ready for a time like no other. Alright, so Lord willing, the lesson be edified. I'm going to read the article and stop to share a few precepts in between. Lord willing, it be edifying unto the elect. So it says Latin American gangs use security jammers to break into U.S. homes. And I'll start with the two portion of script here. The first would be in Job 29 and verse 18. It says, Then I said, I shall die in my nest, and I shall multiply my days as the sun. So when you think about that script here, there's a sense of security around it. When you think of a nest is a resting place. All right, namely for birds, but it could be a resting place, for animals or man, right? And I shall multiply my days as sand, meaning security, food, rations, provisions. You understand? A lot of people have this sense of security when they put these things in place. Your Ring cameras, your detectors, and then as a backup, your 911 phone calls, your guns, your ammunitions, your training, so on and so forth. But all these things shall fail, man. Next portion of scripture, Amos chapter 9 and verse 10. It says, All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, and this is the point, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So they think that nothing bad, a lot of people, Edomites too, think that nothing bad will happen to them when they have these, measures and stuff in place. But as you all see here, it says Latin America gangs use security jammers to break into U.S. homes. So let's see how they're going to do it. So it says gangs originating from South America are infiltrating multi-million-dollar residences across the nation, including the metropolitan Detroit area. Law enforcement officials have characterized these criminal groups as highly functional and adept. So going to that word, adept, highly functional and adept, completely skilled, well versed, having reached or attained, to come up with, to arrive at boom, 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 to reach. An expert, one who has attained knowledge, especially one who is skilled in the secrets of an adept of an occult science. Right, so completely skilled, well versed. All right, so they are highly functional and adept criminal group, described as consistent. Well, I sleep bugs lucky. Described as consistent of 4 to 6 members. These crews exhibit advanced training and functionality. Their approach involves using a jamming device to override wireless security systems reliant on Wi-Fi. And if you look at some of the, the main camera systems, your Rings and your Temu, they use the Wi-Fi system. If the Wi-Fi system is not up, you cannot set or disable the system. Right? Those are notifications that you get on the system when you open your front or rear door or window or whatever will no longer be there. So all someone has to do when they jam the system is pretty much break into your house. You know what I mean? Without you knowing if you're a strong sleeper or you're not at home. It says the members uniformly dress in black, complete with backpacks and gloves, and adopt a non-confrontational approach, aiming to swiftly enter and exit targeted homes. According to police reports, remember the scriptures say that men shall invade one another, for the want of things, right? For goods, right? And I'll grab that in the book of 2nd Ezra. So we are living in these times, man. We are living in the time of 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and chapter 16 and Matthew the 24th chapter. Alright, so I'm going to read 2 verses from the 15th chapter. So I'm going to read verse 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Right? The officials, your police officers, state representatives, mayors, presidents, vice presidents, so on and so forth. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So whatever it is in their strength to do, whatever it is they have to do, what the evil they have to do to break into your house, to kill you, to take your substance, they will do. Alright, jumping down to verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, right, which is the modern day gun today, and spoil their goods, take their goods, steal their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Continuing on, it says, since September, approximately 30 to 40 residents in the Detroit area have fallen victim to these burglars. The thieves specialize in rapid operation, making off with cash, jewelry, and high-end handbags within minutes of gaining entry. And the reason why they are taking these things now, your jewelry, your cash, your handbags, high-end handbags, is because your grocery stores are still open. Your gas pumps are still open. But when the pumps go down, let's say a cyber attack happens, grocery stores are closed, gas stations are closed. Instead of cash, jewelry, and high-end bags, right, they will invade your house to spoil your goods, you know what I mean, for bread, for the lack of bread, substance, rations, water. And women, people will become a good in that day as well. In response to this surge in criminal activity, Michigan Police Department have established a task force and are advising homeowners to implement multiple layers of security measures to safeguard their properties. But these things, will not work. Scriptures talk about a time for when they shall say peace and safety and sudden destruction. So these things are bringing a sense of safety for a lot of people, and we'll find that in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Now, ultimately, this is talking about the end, when our Lord's come. But the scripture says he cometh as like a thief in the night, right? And it said that in verse 2. It says, For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come as a thief in the night, and is so, with judgment. These people that have these security systems, they have no idea when they would be invaded. Alright? So it would be over you to prepare spiritually for what is to come. Next heading, it says, gangs come from south of the border. The gangs are exploiting lenient immigration policies in the United States, warned Sheriff Michael Bouchard of Oakland County, Michigan. According to CBS Detroit, Bouchard revealed that syndicates from south of the border are specifically targeting upscale homes, pilfering hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of valuables. These transnational gangs, originating from Venezuela, Chile, Bolivia, Colombia, Peru, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and Honduras, allegedly crossed the border and acquired counterfeit identification cards to reside in the very cities they plan to plunder. And it wouldn't only be in Michigan. It would be something, whatever it is they are planning. It would be surrounding a lot of these major cities. Bouchard said the gangs focus on jewelry, high-end purses, watches, currency, and safes. The gangs meticulously survey homes for days. See that? Pinpointing opportune moments to strike, typically between 5 and 9 p.m. If you ask me, that is a little too early. You know what I mean? But like I said, the thief don't tell you what time he's coming. And through unguarded windows in the back. And this is why in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and 15, we are warned to be circumspect. See how the scriptures is tying into the times that we are living in? So this is Ephesians chapter 5 and 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Alright, being circumspect is to looking around, being observant of your environment, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And I like to go into this word redeeming because all the way to the bottom, section 8 says, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. Right? So to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. Alright? So one of the ways you're making wise at every opportunity to do good, you're being circumspect, you're looking around, you're being observant, right? And you're praying and you're asking the Lord for protection, because at the end of the day, none of these devices that we have in our possession to help protect us will not work. They have loopholes in them. Your cameras, your security systems could be jammed. Your gun may not always fire, right? The knife you're going to use to fight with, you may be frozen to fight multiple people to use it. So it's our only refuge and escape is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That is our only escape, especially in the times that we are about to come into. Alright, so going back in the article, it says, while Bouchard refrained from disclosing affected communities and arrests, he asserted collaboration with the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Homeland Security on these cases. Similar criminal activities have been reported in New York, see? That's a couple 100 miles from Detroit. Prompting officials to call on federal government to address border issues amid an influx of immigrants. New York Governor Kathy Hochul, if I pronounce that right, a Democrat, criticized the openness of the southern border, advocating for stricter controls. She urged Congress to enhance Border Patrol capabilities, emphasizing the need to double or quadruple the current agent numbers. It is too open right now, Hochul told CBS's Face the Nation, referring to the country's southern border with Mexico. Congress has to put more controls at the border. Next heading, Americans spend $20 billion to defend homes. Annually, Americans invest more than $20 billion in security devices. Right? And starting and home security systems to safeguard both themselves and their property. Here are additional surprising facts and statistics about home burglaries. On average, there are over 1 million home burglaries in the U.S. each year. Property crimes rank as the most prevalent type of crime in the country. In 2017, the Department of Justice reported 1.7 million home burglaries. A quarter of these burglaries occurred during daylight hours. Home invasions frequently take place during the day, assuming homeowners are away at work. The most common times for home breaking are between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. A home burglary occurs approximately every 25.7 seconds in the United States. The average duration of a home break-in is 8 to 10 minutes. In 2021, a staggering, well, assume that's what billion, right? Y'all see the number there, man. Yeah, it's 737 billion was at 294 trillion 919,000. I mean, tens 919 thousand million. Yeah, billion. $165 worth of property was stolen from homes. Among stolen items, miscellaneous belongings are the most favored by thieves, closely followed by consumable goods, right? Vehicles and money, right? So your foods and stuff. So that goes back into what we read in 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 19. Alright. And this is the video. I'm going to play the video, but that's the video of them crossing the border there. And in related news, in the recent movie that has been creating a lot of wave on the internet, Leave the World Behind, foreshadows massive cyber attack FF event to come. And this is millions of illegal immigrants, a couple thousand. illegal immigrants entering the U.S. So a lot is happening, man. A lot is happening. So the time of Jacob's trouble is at hand, and I'll close with that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who shall be saved out of it? Jacob, the remnant of Jacob on this side. Alright, and the 2/3 of all people will be perished. So strive, do your best, to the best of your ability, to be part of the elect that would be saved, because we are about to enter a great and terrible time upon the face of the earth, such as never been seen. Alright, so be circumspect. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, shalom.